guys, what's up? Jose Acosta here. As you guys know, I'm a huge wrestling fan, and I've been going to a lot of shows, whether they're WWE, one in AEW, and a lot independent. So I've been going to a lot of events, and I've met over a dozen wrestlers. I met a lot of people from WWE, which includes this guy. And I've also met the likes of this female right over here as well. But why am I pointing them out? There's one reason. Because today, this video, what I'm doing is a top 5 on the most nicest ones I have ever met. And I hope you guys like it. And let's get this started. So my number 5, I decided to go with the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. Now the story about this is when I met AJ, I was in LA for Cricket Wireless meet and greet. This is around the time when he was the WWE champion, and they had a show for SmackDown, which is their first show they had in LA for a while. So this was big, and they had the meet and greet with AJ Styles. I woke up like at 4 in the morning to be there by 5:30 in the morning. I waited about 6-7 hours in the cold, and when I met AJ, I was so starstruck. I was shaking a little bit in my head. I couldn't say the right words. Of course, I usually said the regular "Hello, I'm a fan of yours. I've been watching you for a long time, and you are an amazing athlete." Of course, he was like, "Thank you very much." And then he looks up at me and he sees that I'm wearing a hat that has a Native American cat on it. So he's like, "Oh, I like the hat that you're wearing." I'm like, "Oh, thank you." And he's like, "Natty would like that hat too." I'm like, "I bet she would." He was telling me, "Where'd you get it?" I'm like, "Oh, I went to Camp Flog Gnaw, which is a concert that's hosted by Tyler, the Creator." He's like, "That's nice, man." So I'm like, "Thank you." And then of course we took the photo, gave me a 2 sweet, and then I was on my way. I was feeling really happy about that moment. I got a pair of gloves they were a pair of his gloves that I got from the WWE shop. They're awesome. For my number 4, I had to think about this one really hard, and I put down Matt Hardy. Now, with this one, when I met him, I went down to the Staples Center to chance it on trying to meet people. And, of course, there was a bunch of us over there. And we see Matt and Jeff coming together. Of course, they were inside their car, and they had to go down to the arena. Usually at the Staples Center, they have a little area where they can come in, check in, of course, run through security, and they drive back down. Matt probably forgot something inside his car, so he went to go get it. And me and my friend were thinking, and we're like, how can we get Matt to come? So the way we decided to was basically start a delete chant, because this is around the time he made his return, and he was already done with Impact. And he was still, he wasn't under his Woken era yet, but we decided, why not give it a try? So he goes to his car, then when he comes back, that's when everybody starts doing the delete chant. And he looks at us, he was smiling, and then he comes running down towards us. And of course, I was like, "Thank you for this. This is amazing." And he's like, "I do anything for the fans. I love it." And so he autographs. I got a photo with him. It was an amazing day. So for my number 3, I decided to go with Rey Mysterio on this one. So when I met Rey Mysterio, this was about the time when SmackDown was going to Fox, and they were gonna have their first show the next day. So I went to this meet and greet down at the shoe warehouse in downtown LA. I got there around 6:30 in the morning, waited, and of course with this one, it wasn't gonna be a free event. You had to buy a pair of lugs in order to meet Ray. And luckily, I like lugs. I wanted to get myself a pair either way, so I was really prepared from that point. The only thing I wasn't prepared for was the long ass wait after that. So we waited like at least another 8 hours in line. Then when the time came, everybody was taken inside, and of course, like, it was awesome because he was sitting down signing, and I had my mask, and then I had a magazine as well with him in the cover with the angel wings. And then I know he made a comment saying that he liked it. That was one of his favorite times posing for a magazine. But also, like, I just told him it was an honor to meet him. I looked up to him as a kid, and he was just like, thank you very much. Really appreciate the love, man. We took the photo, and that was it. It was still an awesome time meeting someone that I'm a huge fan of, and also inspired me to get this tatted on me as well. And he's just a really nice guy from that point. I would tell you guys, if anything, that's one of the ones you should meet. And he's a really nice guy. So for my number 2, he's not a professional wrestler, but he is a well-known commentator in the game right now. And people might know who I'm talking about, and that is Mauro Ranallo. So with this one, when I met Mauro, this was in LA for Survivor Series weekend, and this is around the time where he recently returned after the whole bullying thing with the JBL scenario happened. And, you know, I was really happy to hear that he came back, and I was hoping one day I get to meet him. And as you guys know, he is someone that suffers with bipolar and all that. And I look up to him as inspiration because of the fact that, yes, he does have this, and it's really hard to control it most of the time, but he finds ways to soothe himself, whether it's through his music, whether it's him doing commentation within Showtime or even NXT. And it's really awesome. So when I met him, I told him all this, and I told him like how I suffered through my anger issues as well, with my characteristics of autism. And I look up to him, and he was really grateful for it. He's happy to be inspired by somebody or something like that. And I got an autograph and a photo. And the thing is, when I got the autograph, it sucks because the pen wasn't working that time, so you couldn't hardly see it in it. So then the next day, I see him again. He remembers me. And when I look, I asked him like, hey, the pen wasn't really working for that autograph last night. He's like, no problem, I got you, man. He signed it, took another photo, and it was just amazing for me. And such an honor to meet someone like him. And then for my number 1, I had to put him down because he is one of the biggest names out there in WWE right now and throughout the past career storyline with him. And the guy I'm talking about is John Cena. So when I met John Cena, this was in LA. This was going to be for a Barnes & Noble signing for his new book that he had. And, of course, this one was a rare appearance because for a while he hasn't done anything like meet and greets and stuff like that. And I really wanted to go to this. So I woke up at 4 in the morning, got there at 5. And, of course, there's already a line going on. This is at a Barnes & Noble's. Then at 9 o'clock, we went to go get the book. I bought the book. I got the wristband to meet him. Then the event was going to be for like another 8 hours or so. So then I got back there after I went home, got back, waited in line. And of course, like with Cena, he's always a nice guy from what I've been hearing. And he seems like a genuine gentleman. I remember I was in line, and it was funny because I heard crying from somewhere, and I looked to the left, and I see this girl just bawling in tears over the fact that she just met her hero. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, don't let that be me. So I went up to him. I was same thing as I was with AJ and all these other ones. I was just starstruck. I couldn't believe that I finally getting to meet him. And I almost stuttered my words like I usually do in these videos. And I was just telling him I'm a huge fan of his. I grew up idolizing him. I remember watching all his matches and wanted to be just like him. And he looked at me, smiled, shook my hand, and said, thank you. And also thank you for being here. And thank you for letting me be an inspiration to you. And thank you for supporting me throughout the way. And I didn't know what to say after that. So I took a photo with him. He's like, you have a wonderful day. Thank you for coming. And I was like, thank you so much. And you know, that just really made my day, because I spent like probably $30-40 just to meet him. And I went in with him being a good guy. I came out with finally getting to meet him and the way I hoped it would have been. So I want to thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope you guys like it. Subscribe to the channel, leave comments down, and I will answer them. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a good day, and until next time, I'll see you guys next time.